into any kind of geopolitical resolution that benefits you. All of that. It's able to give you all of that, and you can deploy it, and you can deploy it in a shady way, where it sneaks into like TikTok or something like that. It sneaks into everybody's smartphone, pretending to be doing good, but it's actually, whether deliberately or not, is controlling the population. So that's a really that capability is there. The great thing is the people at the head of OpenAI currently, Sam Altman and others, really care about this problem. They were there in the beginning. They were the ones like Elon screaming about AI ethics, AI alignment. They're really concerned about super intelligent AI taking over.
So glad they're concerned while they're building it.
Well, you'd rather have the people
about this stuff.
What is going on here, Jamie?
These aren't real people.
What?
Yeah, so these pictures are going around the internet. A lot of them look very similar to me, which is kind of weird. I'm sure Lex can explain that part of it, but
I'm not explaining any of this. No, yeah,
yeah.
So
like
these are completely 3D, like
people.
CGI made people.
Not 3D.
Not
It's
3D.
2D.
So like very photorealistic, if not photorealistic. But like when you look real close, you can see some weird things going on. Like the background here is a little messed up. This arm is not to the right person. She's sitting on an extra piece of skin here somehow.
I see you've analyzed this carefully.
Well, me and my friends have been passing this around because like
No.
it's too tricky.
Listen, you're incorrect. That arm's in the perfect purpose. It's just there's a string from that other girl's bikini on it.
The analysis continues.
I'm just saying. So
Is that what it is?
I don't
Enhance,
think
can you
so.
zoom in?
Just,
Is that a string? No, I think you're right. I think it's a fold. Zoom in on that spot.
For people just listening,
Oh,
we're-
yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's nonsense.
we're looking at
The hand goes the wrong way. Oh, that's wild.
There's already apparently OnlyFans accounts that are being taken over and being tricked by guys running them.
Of course.
And it's just these kind of fake girls that aren't real people and look
What?
real.
These are all fake?
Yeah. Like look at even that's not a real door kind of to begin with.
Wow.
The hands or the fingers here are a little off.
That's insane. And so this is right now just still images, and eventually it'll be film. Eventually it'll be unrecognizable. You won't be able to discern whether or not it's an actual person.
I mean, in terms of, obviously, much of human civilization is driven by sex. I mean, there was a time we didn't have easily accessible porn,
Right.
and that changed a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think we've actually quite caught up to how much it's changed the nature of human civilization. Just porn, easily accessible porn.
Yeah, I talk about it on stage right now. It's very weird. It's very weird for kids. If you really think about what's happening with kids, like any kid that has a smartphone, people just leave you give your kid a phone, just leave them alone. Like they just go to school, they go to their friend's house. They have that phone independently of you. They could look at whatever the fuck they want. Some of this shit that I see just on Instagram, I don't know how these guys are doing it. And I don't know how it's getting recommended in my feed, but it's like videos of people getting murdered. You know, see a lot of those?
Simulated porn.
I haven't seen
Strange
that.
stuff. I am.
You and I have different algorithms,
We
you
definitely
fucking
have.
creep.
But then someone gets taken down for something that's like they call it porn and it's not porn or something. Like, well, do you guys not see what else is on this
I mean,
platform?
I think, right, that what's going on is that they're managing at scale. And I think it's virtually impossible to stop all that stuff from coming in. And people that have individual situations where people get banned, I mean, I don't know why they're getting banned. Are they getting banned because of an algorithm? Are they getting banned because they post misinformation? Or what are they getting banned for?
Harassment photos. Someone was joking about
Harassment?
a friend, you know, like
They get reported.
Yeah, I don't know how it's all working when it breaks down to individual circumstances. But.
You had a good conversation with Jordan Peterson. He was talking about the more you have this kind of virtualization, the more you allow the psychopaths to reign free.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So like the more we have artificially generated porn, the more we have artificially generated violence, photorealistic violence.
Yeah.
The more you make it normal for you to be basically a psychopath in the digital space, and enable that and make that okay, and then you forget what it's like to actually be a good human being.
And then also part of the problem may be that we may very well be looking at a world, whether it's 10 years from now, 20 years from now, whatever it is, where these children that have grown up in this environment now have a completely different way of looking at people and the world because of all these interactions they have. It's flavored their personality. And then we move into a digital world of we're not there yet in terms of virtual reality. It's not good enough. I mean, I think that's what we're seeing with the meta failure. People were expecting, a lot of people were just going to dive in and start wearing goggles all over the house. But it's not quite there yet. Yeah. There's also something weird for people. There's something really weird about wearing these head goggles and walk. It's really fun. I really enjoy the boxing games. You ever done any of them?
No, in VR, no.
They're great. You get a workout. You legitimately get a workout because you're actually sparring against like a computer character. It's throwing punches at you. You're moving your head, and so you have these things in your hands, and you get tired. It's good.
It feels realistic.
A little bit. When you get hit with a punch, your face lights up. You get a flash of light, which is kind of cool because you're like, oh Jesus, you feel it like you're getting hit. There's some really fun games. There's one where you walk a plank across these two buildings and you hear the wind whistle and shit.
Oh, that one is terrifying.
There's zombie ones. There's a lot of cool ones, but people are just not buying into it the way they buy into Xbox and PlayStation. They're not like wholesale committed to this yet, but they will be. It's gonna be so fucking good that instead of like having it in a goggle form where it's like this big clunky thing on you, it's gonna be very easy to do. Well, when they get to that, oof.
I've been revisiting some classic books recently, just doing a reading list, and one of them that captures this extremely well that I recommend, that I think most people read in like middle school or something, but it's actually very relevant, is Brave New World. So a lot of people, including Jordan Peterson,